Alright guys, Fishing Rainbow Dave Rollerson. Brief 101 stand-up paddleboards. These are softy versions, meaning the tops are very soft, made of foam with a wrap. The wraps come all the way around the sides. This is the bottom of the board, and the seams will split. Cover them with Gorilla Glue. You can sand them down. Same thing with the recessed handles on the other side, which is the top. They want to come out, and Gorilla Glue. Pop them back in there, they won't move. On the backs, they come with these stoppers. They want to just peel off like the rest. Gorilla Glue it. You can sand it down and make it look like it was never even there. On the housings for the fins, they just want to come out. The screws want to come loose. The fins want to come loose. Use Loctite on your screws and snug them up, or you can even use some sealant. That way the screws don't back out as easy, but then when you want to take them out or tighten them, they come out no problem. But on the housings, even when you get the screws right, they want to come out. So just get them nice and tight. Go around all the edges with Gorilla Glue. These are drying. You can sand them down. Use a Dremel. You can use, however you want to do it. You don't even have to sand them down. These are rentals. But these softy boards are good, as long as you don't drop them and crack them in half down the highway, or somebody doesn't completely, sabotage them and destroy them. These boards are pretty good. Keep them out of direct sunlight when you're storing them. The fins are pretty cheap. These are like $8 online. I think you can even get them for like $5 or $6 now if you buy. I forget how many I had to buy, but anyways, these boards were the first 3 boards I bought from my rental company, and they were expensive. It was during the beginning of COVID. Couldn't get anything shipped. I had to drive to South Florida to get them. But anyways, I learned a lot. So then I went to stand-up paddleboards with inflatable stand-up paddleboards, and I learned quite a bit about those guys. They really are way better than you think. Like, there is garbage, and you're going to buy the garbage, and you're going to see the garbage out there. But Boti, Gilly, Native, I could name a bunch of them, but even Vibe, and I think all of them have a board now that's inflatable. I actually will put my stamp of approval on them for rental boards as well. Commercial use. These stand-up paddle boards are made very durable. I'm going to give you a couple tips here real quick. Buy a hand pump. If you're spoiled and you got to have the electrical pump, then get your electrical pump. But get a hand pump, because the electrical pumps burn up. I don't care. I'm in the rental business. I see everybody down at the river. They got these beautiful boards, and they wanted the electrical pump, so they ordered it. And then they get down there, and it's the 3rd or 4th time they've used it. It burns up. They've ordered a replacement. It burnt up. But they don't have a hand pump there to back up. And, of course, these companies make it where only their pump fits the valve, and they can't get the proper PSI. Without the proper PSI, then the board, But I have yet to see one of these brand new boards where the person says, "Oh, it sucks and it leaks," and they really, man, I've been using this for a year, and I every time I deflate it and inflate it, no problems, fold it up nice, put it away in the bag. But I highly recommend going with a hand pump. If you're spoiled, you want the electrical pump, get a backup hand pump. So you get down there, if it burns out, you don't have to ruin your whole day over not having a hand pump. Lastly, stand-up paddleboards. What is the best? Well, it's going to be preference, guys. I really cannot say, fiberglass hardboards are better than anything. The softy boards are better than the inflatables are best. The cost matters. The cost does matter. All of these things matter depending upon who you are. But like I said, the inflatable paddle boards, if you choose wisely, and you've got 4 nice boards and you got them in a toolbox or behind a seat in your truck, and my trailer and my truck's loaded down with kayaks and paddle boards, and I'm going out and doing all these rentals, but then I get 4 customers that want 4 more paddle boards. Well, you can't fit 4 more paddle boards on there, so but you had them inside of a toolbox. Well, these customers seem pretty good. They're not going to destroy the equipment. So you rent them out the inflatable paddle boards, and you got 4 more customers that you didn't have to go back to the shop and get more boards or whatever it may be. There's always pros and cons to the different boards. Would I rent them out every day to every customer? No, because the kids are going to be harder on them than the adults, and the beginners are going to be harder on them than the more advanced users. But they all have the pros and cons. The softy boards are great, but the fiberglass hard boards are awesome boards. They're durable. The fins are made well. The leashes are good. They've got cup holders and everything on them nowadays. If you take care of them and you strap them and you don't have a problem, carrying 35, 40 pounds, I would go with a hard fiberglass board. 32, 33 inches wide is the width that just about every person, including a person, that's larger and wants stability. If it's anything less than that, then you're buying the wrong board. So you want to be 32, 33 inches wide. They even have a wider board. But if you've got one that wide, even if you're a tall person like me and you weigh over 200 pounds, you're going to be fine. I highly recommend that you shop around. There's always deals out there. Whether you're shopping used or brand new, there's always deals. Don't be scared to try and order something and look at it. Look at the specs. Make sure the specs are what you want: width, length. If you're going to save $200 or $300 by ordering it online and having it shipped and waiting 2 or 3 weeks, then do it. You go into these stores and you pay high retail, and it's crazy. These people they're getting it. But anyhow, I can't say anything bad about any one board. I got a lot of good to say, and even with the cheaper boards, some of the stuff that comes apart on them can be fixed, and if it's maintained, the boards will last. It's becoming real popular, guys. So get out and do some supping, stand-up paddleboarding, fishing Rainbow Dave Rollerson. Go yak.